Think you're eating healthy? You might want to think again. Because some of the foods we trust the most, the ones labeled low fat, wholesome, or even heart healthy, might actually be quietly raising your blood pressure. And if you're over 50, that silent rise in pressure can lead to much bigger problems: heart disease, stroke, and even memory loss. In today's video, I'm going to show you 3 common foods that are marketed as healthy, but could be doing the exact opposite. You'll learn why they raise your blood pressure, what to look out for on labels, and easy, realistic swaps you can make starting today. So let's get started. Let's begin with canned soup. It sounds innocent. It's quick, comforting, and comes in varieties labeled healthy, organic, or light. But here's what most people don't realize. Even those so-called healthy canned soups often contain an incredible amount of sodium. How much exactly? A single serving can have 800 to 1200 milligrams of sodium, and that's often just half the can. Most people eat the whole thing. That means you could be consuming nearly your entire daily sodium limit in one sitting. Sodium makes your body hold onto water, increasing blood volume. That leads to higher pressure in your blood vessels. Over time, this strains your arteries and can cause serious health issues, especially in older adults whose blood vessels are already less flexible. Here's what to do instead. First, when buying soup, always check the nutrition label. Look for soups with under 400 milligrams of sodium per serving. Those are far better choices. Second, consider switching to low-sodium broth and adding your own flavor with herbs and spices: garlic, onion, turmeric, black pepper, parsley. These don't raise blood pressure, and many actually help reduce inflammation. Third, if you have the time, make your own soup at home. You can control the salt, choose fresh ingredients, and store it in the fridge or freezer. A big pot of homemade lentil or vegetable soup can go a long way. It's not about giving up soup, it's about knowing what's really in it. Next, let's talk about whole grain bread. Yes, even the kind that says 100% whole wheat or heart healthy right on the label. Whole grain bread is better than white bread in terms of fiber and nutrients. But here's the hidden issue: the sodium. Most people don't associate bread with salt, but a single slice of whole grain bread can have 200 milligrams or more of sodium. 2 slices? That's over 400 milligrams. And you haven't even added the fillings yet. Now think about what we usually put in a sandwich. Deli meats like turkey or ham, cheese, mustard, or mayo. All high in sodium too. Together, that's a salt bomb. You could be consuming over 1,000 milligrams of sodium just from a sandwich. And here's something most people don't know. Bread is actually the #1 source of sodium in the average American's diet. Not chips, not fast food, bread. So what can you do? First, check the label. Always choose breads with less than 140 milligrams of sodium per slice. Some brands offer low sodium or no salt added options. Second, get creative with your lunch. Try using a whole grain wrap, which often has less sodium, or skip the bread altogether and use romaine lettuce or collard greens as a wrap. Add some avocado, grilled veggies, and a lean protein, and you've got a satisfying, heart-healthy meal. Third, cut back on processed sandwich fillings. Replace salty deli meats with options like grilled chicken, hummus, or mashed beans. You'll lower your sodium and boost your nutrition. The key takeaway is this: bread isn't bad, but eating it every day without reading the label can quietly raise your blood pressure. And finally, let's talk about cottage cheese. It's high in protein, low in fat, and often recommended as a smart snack. But behind that health halo is something most people don't expect: a ton of sodium. 1 cup of cottage cheese can have 700 to 900 milligrams of sodium. That's about 40% of your daily limit in just one bowl. And if you're eating it with crackers or olives, or as part of a savory snack, the total sodium can be even higher. Cottage cheese doesn't even taste that salty. So many people don't realize the risk. Too much sodium doesn't just raise blood pressure. It also pulls calcium from your bones, increases bloating, and makes your kidneys work harder. For older adults who may already be dealing with bone loss, dehydration, or kidney issues, this is a triple threat. But you don't need to ditch dairy completely. Here's what you can do. Look for low sodium or no salt added cottage cheese. Many stores carry them, but they're usually on a lower shelf and easy to miss. Or switch to plain Greek yogurt, which gives you protein, probiotics, and far less sodium. Add in some berries, chia seeds, or a drizzle of honey for a snack that supports your gut, heart, and blood pressure all at once. You can also make a quick savory version with cucumber, dill, and a splash of olive oil. It's satisfying without being salty. So let's recap. 3 foods most people think are healthy, but could be slowly raising your blood pressure. Canned soup, whole grain bread, and cottage cheese. You don't have to stop eating them completely, but now that you know what's really in them, you can make smarter choices and protect your health in the process. As we get older, our bodies don't handle sodium as efficiently. Blood vessels stiffen, kidneys slow down. The same amount of salt that didn't affect you in your 30s can cause high blood pressure in your 60s. The good news is that you don't need to make dramatic changes overnight. Start by reading labels. Pick one food each week to swap for a lower sodium version. Cook one extra meal at home this week using fresh ingredients. Add potassium-rich foods to your plate like bananas, spinach, and sweet potatoes to help balance sodium's effects. And finally, track your blood pressure. Use a home monitor once or twice a week. Keep a small log. When you eat better and move more, you'll see the difference over time. If you found this helpful, chances are someone you care about needs to hear it too. So please share this video, tap the like button if you learned something new, and subscribe for more health wisdom that's simple, surprising, and actually useful for people over 50. Tell me in the comments, what foods should we uncover next? Hidden sugars, dangerous cooking oils, misleading labels? Let me know, and I just might cover it in the next video. Until then, stay wise, stay well, and remember, small steps lead to big changes.